So I don't know what the place you live in, but in my town there isn't any West African restaurant. And even in the next city where I can find one, let's be honest, the vegan choices are very limited. But food is one of the ways I can connect to different cultures and the heritage. And I hope you can do the same by cooking this Egusi soup with some fufu. This is a staple in West African cuisine. There are many variations to it, but I hope that I captured the essence. And if you've never tried West African cuisine, go for it and you will see how delicious it can be. Now this recipe uses a few special ingredients you won't find at any normal grocery store. You will probably need to head to your next African store. If there isn't any in your area nearby, you could look up online if there is something you can order. We will need some Egusi seeds and they are not interchangeable. Further, we will use some Dawa Dawa or Iru and a scotch bonnet. You can substitute that for like a habanero. You will need some palm oil or palm cream. You can sub that for a cooking oil. And for the fufu, you will need a cassava root and a very ripe plantain. Now, if you didn't buy ground egusi, want to transfer your seeds into a food processor and start blending it until you have a powder. Add a little bit of water, mix it up until you have a nice thick slurry. Many people like it on the thicker side, but do as you wish. Now grab a red onion or 2 small ones and peel and cut it in half. Take 2 bell peppers and cut them into some chunks. Take your scotch bonnet or whatever chili you have on hand and remove the stem. You can also remove the seeds if you're not that spice tolerant. Some recipes use tomatoes, some don't. I used one, just cut it in half and set it aside as well. Now transfer everything into a food processor and add some salt as well as some water and blend until you have a smooth mixture. Now take the other red onions and finely dice it. So usually the stew uses a lot of smoked fish and some fish clay. Obviously we're not gonna use that, but there is a nice substitute for that, which I'm gonna show you now. What you're gonna need for that is some smoked tofu, some vegan fish sauce and a nori sheet. Now take a bowl and crumble in the smoked tofu and add a little smoked paprika. This will provide some smoky flavor. Now add the fish sauce and 2 nori sheets. This will imitate the fishy flavor we're looking for. Traditional dishes also use cooked meat. So to provide some more umami flavor, we will just use the natural umami bombs that are mushrooms. Just clean them and set them aside. Now take a pot and heat up your palm oil or melt your palm cream on medium heat. Add the diced red onions and let them saute until they're fragrant before adding your Dawa Dawa. Give it a mix and let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure to close your bag tightly because they do smell like ass. Now add your blended pepper sauce as well as some all-purpose seasoning or Maggi if you couldn't find it anywhere. Give it a mix and let the flavors incorporate for 5 to 10 minutes. Now it's time to add our egusi paste / slurry. Simply lower in some chunks into the pot, close the lid and let it cook for 20 to 25 minutes or until the stew has really thickened up. At this point you're gonna add your mushrooms as well as some vegetable broth and let it cook for 10 minutes. Next up is our vegan fish mixture. Just put it into the pot, mix it well, put on a lid and let it cook for another 5 minutes before adding your green leaf vegetable. I chose some spinach, but use whatever you have on hand. Give it a mix and you guessed it, let it cook for another 10 minutes at least. Make sure to taste it before putting it off the heat so you can adjust the seasoning. You want it to be on the more salty side because when you eat it with the fufu, which will be kind of bland, you want the flavors to be kind of overpowering. For the fufu, simply take your plantain, peel it and cut it into small chunks. Take your cassava root, trim off the ends and peel it as well. I like to halve it so I can peel it more easily. Also remove the woody, hard and molten parts in the middle of the cassava root. You want to cut it into pieces as well before transferring both to a food processor with some water. This is way too thick. We want it to be a bit more runny. So I'm gonna add a bit more water. So now we have more of a paste. And this is exactly what we're looking for in the consistency. Now cooking the fufu does require some muscle mass and is very tedious. I've seen online that you could just put the batter into the microwave and microwave it for 5 minutes with occasionally stirring with a bit of water on top. But I have not tried that and I'm gonna show you the more traditional way. Take a pot and heat it up on medium heat. Add your fufu mixture and start pounding, driving and stirring with a wooden spoon. You really want to do this motion until it thickens up. This will take at least 7 to 10 minutes. Just keep doing it until it really has thickened up. You will also see a change of color. Now at this point, just poke some small holes into the fufu, add a little bit of water, close the lid and let the fufu cook for about 5 minutes. After that, start pounding and driving again for about 3 to 5 minutes or until you feel like you can really form it into balls. The consistency has to be really sticky. Simply transfer it into a bowl or plate and let it cool until you can handle it with your hands. Now divide your fufu into portions and wrap the ones you don't need into a plastic wrap and put it into the fridge. To serve it up, add some of the soup into a bowl or plate and add the fufu. And now it's time to enjoy it. And now how to eat it. Grab a bowl of water, wet your fingers, then you want to grab some of the fufu, dip it in the sauce, grab some of the soup you got, and just put it in your mouth. The West African cuisine is so underrated. I feel like I'm in heaven.